What is up, guys? It is Michael and welcome back to another AFK Arena video. Today we're going to go over the Nightmare Corridor game mode inside of AFK Arena. Now, before we can get into this guide, guys, we need to know what is the Nightmare Corridor. So if you press this eye, it gives you the information of the event. Number one, Nightmare Corridor is available once every 7 days. Now, obviously every 7 days, the beasts and bosses will change. Now, obviously in those 7 days, guys, new heroes will become in the formations. Now, obviously, Cracio has made his stance within the game mode, and he needs a high investment for you to do well within the Nightmare Corridor, which is sad, guys, but it's a full faction hero, so it is obtainable. Number two, Nightmare Corridor is a region divided cross-server event. All heroes within this game mode shall have a level of 480. The guarantees will remain unaffected. Hero will not receive any artifact bonuses. Now, instead of the treasure scramble being level 360, as you guys saw in my other video, if you haven't checked out my treasure scramble guide, I will leave that link into the description of this video so you guys can check that out. But in the Nightmare Corridor, the heroes are now level 480. Now, this is probably a luxury build. Obviously, new players will not have a resonant crystal of 480, but maybe majority of AFK Arena now has a 400 to maybe 500 resonance crystal, but obviously we don't know about that statistic. So moving on to number three, players may use mercenaries, dimension heroes, and heroes which are within the resonant crystal, guys. So obviously, if you borrow, let's say, Awakened Fane from your friend, now you can use it within the Nightmare Corridor. Moving on to number four, only one mercenary may be used. Okay, so only one mercenary can be used in the Nightmare Corridor. However, the number of times that a mercenary can be used is unlimited. Wow, so that's actually very good for the mode, guys. So obviously in the campaign, you can only use the mercenary hero once. Now in this game mode, the Nightmare Corridor, you can use it unlimited times, which is amazing. Faction effects of bosses rotate in each season. Obviously, different faction of bosses grants maybe a HP and attack bonus. Let's say you need 3 Wilders and 2 Lightbearers in the formation to do a lot of damage. Now, obviously, this is what it means, but it will rotate in each session. Each new Cursed Realm session, players are able to challenge bosses 10 for free. After, the expenditure of diamonds will be required in order to continue challenging bosses. Obviously, a maximum of 199 times per session. Now, 199 times per session is crazy, guys. I don't recommend you challenge the boss that many times, especially 10 is a bit excessive, but in my opinion, guys, I would honestly refresh it once or twice is probably my maximum time I do it. Obviously, the diamonds are a great resource in AFK Arena, and you can obviously use that to stargaze, to pull a full faction hero, select summons, all of that, instead of going for the resets in the Nightmare Corridor. But moving on, number 7. The final score of each challenge represents the number of bosses killed and the time taken to do so. If no bosses were killed, the final score will be the sum of all damage dealt by the team. Now, obviously, guys, you need to kill all 6 bosses to rank high within the Nightmare Corridor. Now, this might be hard for a free-to-play player, it might be hard for a beginner player that is getting into the Nightmare Corridor for the first time, but don't be in shame or in shamble, guys, because the sum of all damage dealt by the team. So, let's say you do 10 million damage to all bosses. Obviously, that will be your score instead of a timer, say 3 minutes to kill 6 bosses. Number 8. Only your best score after each boss challenge will count towards your final ranking, which will be determined at the end of each session. So only the best score of each boss will count to your final ranking, guys. So let's say I had 2 minutes on one boss, and the next time I challenge it, I got 2 minutes 3 seconds. That 2 minutes will be counted to my final time. Number 9. Results for Nightmare Corridor are calculated over 24 hours, within which you cannot take in battles. Now, obviously, there's a 24-hour period which you can calculate results, and obviously, you can claim your rewards, which we will get into in a minute. Number 10. Leaderboard rewards for every Nightmare Corridor will be gradually sent to your inboxes at the end of each event. Just like any event, the Treasure Scramble, Cursed Realm, guys, if you forget to claim your rewards, obviously they will gradually be sent to your inbox at the end of each event. And you don't actually need to claim any rewards within the event. Just like the Treasure Scramble, you might have a few more essence, a few gold that peers out from the exploration. But for this will be sent straight to your mail at the end of each event. Moving on to the personal rewards inside the Nightmare Corridor. Now, obviously, the higher you are, the more rewards you get. But honestly, guys, the rewards actually don't change when it comes to being top 100 and top 50. So I highly recommend, if you are whaling or going high in the Nightmare Corridor, that you want to just push to top 200, guys, as the rewards are the same as the top 50, unless you like the little, I guess, bubble that pops up under your name saying the round 1 number 50 in the world. Well, that's cool, guys, but rewards in here are pretty good and pretty valuable, as you get 200 baits, a whole red furniture, guys, which is huge when building furniture in AFK Arena. It saves you above 10,000 probably PoE coins, guys, for the petty pill. Maybe 9,000, but 5,000 diamonds, guys, gives you the opportunity to stargaze a hero, and that is game changing. Now, when it comes to the normal rewards within the Nightmare Corridor, guys, you get dream tokens for completing challenges. Now, a challenger, for example, would be join the challenge 10 times, 30 times, kill the fire demon without using more than 4 heroes. So obviously, I have to do that still to get my dream tokens. Now, these tokens are used to enter into a store, and you can pick up time emblems, stargazing cards, baits, red chests, essence, and also the tokens, which I don't recommend you get. And the absolute game changer, guys, you can get sell hypos within the dream store, which is honestly game changing because it helps you save time stargazing them for, let's say, 5,000 diamonds, guys. You can easily get them for 10,000 a pot, which is absolutely amazing when it comes to this event. What I would pick building these heroes, if you wanted to focus on, would be the twins, either Frampton or Zafrael if you like PvP. Honestly, these two are great for the PvP and for the tower. And then, honestly, guys, Leofric, I would pass on him. Guys, we are going to do a test run within the Nightmare Corridor. Let's see how the team can perform. Now, hopefully they do well. You know, make it a video, guys. Hopefully they do well within the Nightmare Corridor. But we'll see how Team 1 does against Ice Chimera, guys. Now, obviously, right here, this team should go down pretty quickly, as Awakened Feign is getting value, along with Damon and Silas, Crowd Troll, and Healing Disease. Now, that should take that pretty quickly, guys. What was that, sub 20 seconds? That was pretty decent. Now, for Team 2, obviously, A. Belinda Cheese, absolutely in a crazy formation down. This should go down pretty quickly. 40% already, guys. Absolutely amazing, guys. If you haven't already, please build Awakened Belinda, guys. Probably the best Awakened hero in my opinion in the game. But moving on to Team 3. Okay, so Scarlet Bait and Comp, guys. I copied this from a top player. I think it was NM from the top leaderboard. So we'll see how this one goes. The twins did die, so the survivability for the twins obviously a big issue, especially for free-to-play, guys. Don't worry. The whales, you know, the twins aren't really meant to survive that long, obviously, in the formation. Now, let's see if any ults... Okay, so I was about to say, like, you can only do 4 ults against this guy in the Cursed Realm, but obviously in the Nightmare Corridor, it doesn't really matter. Now, that went down literally so fast. Now, moving on to... This is actually a cheesy team with Maitreya, guys. Obviously, with her summon ability. Ophoros with the tank, Rowan Hills, Mortis is just there for the absolute haste. Let's see if Tamers can get any value here. This one is honestly taken out pretty quickly. Can we take it down right now, though? That's the question. And we can. Absolutely amazing, guys. Now, is there one more team? There is, guys. The final boss, Battle 6. Let's see how we do against this one. Now, I've been struggling with the final boss, guys. As you can see, it hasn't moved. Guys, this boss is honestly crazy. But, guys, Cracio is honestly a must build in the game. And we took it down. Let's go, guys. We took it down in 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Honestly, it's not my highest score, but honestly, it's a fairly decent score. That is top 200 capability right there. But that would do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below your thoughts on the Nightmare Corridor. Do you like it? Don't you like it? Why or why not? Let me know. And I'll see you all in the next one.